Welcome to Surviving Mars. It's taking a while. Do I have any more anomalies? Anomalies? No, no more anomalies. Good. How am I doing on my tank? Ooh, it's getting to 1,000. That'll be nice. What? Oh, right. Shut down the commander. Fine. As soon as you're done building this thing. So what do I need? I need metal and electronics. Do I have some metal stored down here? I do. Alright. Go here. Load up. That's good enough.
I'm Kim Tae-hee Anderson of the Red Frontier radio station. Let's read another letter.
I
Stipo
wonder.
writes all the way from central Belgrade.
Let's switch. The official Mars channel. I like the Martian Frontier one. It's, you know, if I had to sit down and just listen to a radio station type thing, that would be it. And what's really interesting about that radio station, some of these, is that they are becoming so repetitive. I'm like, oh, really? No, I just enjoy listening to that stuff. Maybe I should make another metal depot over here. There we go. Go, guys, go! Alright, so now I need 2 and 10. Okay, head up here. I need 2 of these. These guys fly.
Anomaly analyzed.
I'm full. 6 of 6. Alright, and then I need to grab some of these.
Funding received.
Woo! Cash. I like cash. Here. So we're unloading. So go ahead and unload right here. All of it.
Milestone achieved. Breakthrough discovered.
Sweet! Couple things going on there. I got 100 people? Wait a minute. I don't have room for 100 people. Are these all the old folks? Age. Youth. Nope. Okay, I haven't balanced this place out, did I? Vacant work slots. So, what do I have here? 4, 3, 3. That's 10. 19. 25. 31. 39. 39.
Sector scanned. Anomaly found.
That's 41. 42. Alright, so we're balanced out there for things. New research. We'll go to take a look at that in a second. I've got this up and running. I've got that dealt with, so I can come back up here. Go use that tunnel. And you... what am I going to do with you? I need to build a spare parts thing over here.
Anomaly analyzed.
Tag there. Alright. You, sir, Go back on automatic. Wherever you go, whatever you're doing, I don't care. All right, let's take a look at my research. My research is doing well. What is this now? Core water uncovers extremely rich underground water deposits. But that takes... Doesn't that take deep mining? I don't know. It might take deep mining requirements. There's the sanatorium that I want. That's good. And this is hanging gardens. That's not necessarily what I want. Rare metals extractor is increased. Hello. That's good news. One. Where's 2? 2 is super fungus. Back there. All right. I'm still doing great with the outsourcing. Let's go ahead and do some more outsourcing. I'm on Sol 74. I think I'm on track to get my research. So I did the 100 colonists. Megadome, workers, eval, scandal sectors. I think that's coming. Alright, I feel pretty good with what's going on here. Alright, so we've got retirement village going. I still have something I can do in the middle here, and I don't know what I'm going to do with it. I don't have the power. Of course I don't. There we go. Now I got the power. Now, I'll have the power! Okay. I could do some more water gathering out here as well. The shift's going on here. I'll just turn these shifts on because why not, right? Have fun, guys. Let's create a big decoration thing in the center. Let's do a massive garden. There we go. What do robots know about gardening? Apparently something. And we can turn on work shift there too. There we go. Alright, I'm feeling pretty good. The water usage is a push. So I do need to create some more vaporators. I can do one out in here.
Sector scan.
I'm going to do one right over in here. Like right there. Do a pipe right there. And I can do power right there. Look at that. Are we screaming or what? And upgrade. I feel pretty good on all my parts here. That's all great. Really, it's just the water that's the issue at the moment. How are we doing here? Got 1,200 stored water that's left. I got 3,000 left. So I don't think I have to worry about it too much yet. Alright. I'm fairly happy. I'm going to let this scan out next. We have got a concrete storage going on here. In fact, let's double up the concrete storage. Here.
Sector scanned.
Nope.
Anomaly found.
Load up. We'll put concrete over there. There we go. Because we have to keep it within range. And this doesn't go out to where I just placed that last piece. So you always have to have some kind of drone coverage over your depots so that the drones can handle the depot. I could put... I can also make this sanatorium a research place too, couldn't I? Potentially. I don't know. We'll see. Right now, I'm just trying to, push my research as much as I can. Do I make this research building a priority? Maybe I do that. Can I do this? Are there scientists? Let's see if they load up.
Anomaly
I
analyzed.
don't know if I have enough scientists throughout the whole place here. Let's take a look. Colonists total. All traits. I'm interested in traits. Wait. Yeah, Scientist.
Sector scanned. Anomaly found.
So that's retirement acres. Entire colony. About 7 total colonists. 5. All right. So yeah, no, I don't want to do that. Ah, I'll get that in a second. So we'll turn off the specialization. Let everybody get in there that can. What was that? Successfully analyzed. What? What, are you cycling through all the old ones? I bet you were. All right. So something happened down there.
Research complete. Anomaly analyzed.
Gene adaptation. Nice. I think I'll go for core. As usual. And how am I doing up here? 7, 8 residential slots vacant. 9. They're flapping around. Got the power. I still need to worry about water. You're doing decent with water, right? Yep. You're producing water into the system? Oh, I see. I've actually got water capacity. I hate it when it does that. So my total production capacity is higher. And just because I don't have any more demand, it's meeting that demand because this here is full. All right, so I get you. I get you. Whatever. What if I turn this on? That should balance out the fuel over here, right? So I want at least, what, 30 fuel here for possible things that come in. So I'm going to see a couple of these things come over and fill that out. See, boom, boom, there they come. Like, oh my god, we need fuel. You drop people off? Oh, okay. And there's the fuels. Perfect. Super fungus breakthroughs coming through. And then I think I want the sanatorium. Do I see another one? I do. What is this? Creative biotics. A vocation building allows colonists to experiment with biorobots. Counts towards a workshop milestone and consumes machine parts. Yeah, we're not interested in doing that right now. Let's see where we're going for the next stuff here. Festivals, right? Fuel extractors, rovers. Alright. I might have to go to a fusion reactor. The thing about the fusion reactors is it takes people, so I just need to make sure I have enough bodies out there. And, oh, it's going to be nice. We're going to finish off with scanning next round. Well, I feel like we've done some decent stuff. One, we balanced out the domes. We've created the retirement village here. And that worked out all right. Yeah, we're up to like 100 colonists or something, right? 104 colonists. Sweet. So I'm happy with that. And it looks like we're really screaming on all of the basic requirements. We're doing pretty well on these. I'm probably a little low on machine parts. I might want to get some more of those. The energy...
You're listening to Mars Official Radio with Panna Masculine, your first radio host choice with the best radio
voice. What do you
voice.
need? Yeah, you need a thing here. All right, let's build a depot for spare parts. Put that right there. We're going to make that require the minimum. Now I'm going to have some guys drop some stuff off here. Right? It'll just take a second, and I'll see one of my hubs ship some folks over. There they are. Boom. And now they'll go repair that. Who's out of water? Who's out of power? Must be the thing up there. Alright. Let's see if we get this guy to go over here and fix
Research
this
complete.
last... Ooh, super fungus. Hello. Where's my super fungus? It's down here, isn't it? Is that super fungus? Yeah. Farm. Fungal farm upgrade. Increases production while also increasing oxygen consumption. So, do I have enough oxygen for all that? I don't know. Behavioral shaping. I like that one. Let's see what else is up here. Creative bio... No, don't want any garden. It's not terribly improves service comfort and also provides for relaxation. I like it. Let's do it. Okay. Is somebody gonna fix this? Oh no, it's power. it did get fixed. All right, that's my bad. We are almost done scanning. We got a couple more things here to scan, and we'll be done. We'll have that achievement done. We've got guys over here working on the my refineries here, right? We got 2 or 3 of these things going. What? Yeah. Oh. All right. Do I want to increase power consumption over here? How is my power? My power is not great. Can I build more? I can build Stirling. I can do. Well, fusion reactors will be coming up. I can do more Stirling reactors, and maybe I will do a couple of those over here. Right there. And I got these things flying and doing stuff, and then maybe one like right in here. Oh, right here. Alright. So that should help. Looks like it'll be some electronics, some polymers. I've also ordered a rocket. Right, yeah, we got a rocket coming in. It's carrying a bunch of machine parts. Excellent. Let's go ahead and open this guy. Still building. He's almost done. Yep, there he is. Open. Now I got lots of energy, which means I can accelerate my building here. Polymer. Done with those? Excellent. I think I got a buildings tab if I'm not mistaken. I can look at my upgrades. Water extractor. Here are the rare materials. Concrete extractors I don't care about. Fungal farm upgrade. Yeah, let's do that. I don't know how much longer I'm going to keep that. And I have done all my research opportunities so far, have I not? It looks like it. There does seem to be some decent places over here for future build. This area is not too bad. I got a couple of these. I got a couple of water here. I'm thinking about putting that megadome in here. Right now I'm just collecting stuff. I'm going to drop here because this is where all the minerals and research stuff is, and we'll drop. So a couple of things. I saw some posts in regards to these depots. Let's drop a depot here for a minute. We're going to do a universal. Boom. Like that. I'm going to disable it for the moment. So don't die. Got stuff there. We'll leave it at the moment. Let's put 0 desired amount. So you can see over here on the side what's being collected. And you can also set desired amount. So if I, for example, say no food, no concrete, and I want a minimum of like 1, then it'll try to put 1 down for all of the stuff, and you can see the total counts. So that's one way of trying to manage your depots. You can also do it this way. One of the things I like to do, though, is I like to keep my fuel separate, so if it gets hit, it explodes and destroys stuff around it, and it doesn't destroy all of my other resources. So that's one of the reasons that I do that. The other thing is that the amount that holds 30, these hold 180. For the space, they're more effective, more efficient. So I like to do that. Another thing that you can do, and now that I've done that, I can take that out. What I have also done, and I think I've done that somewhere over here, didn't I? Maybe I took it out already. I put staging spots. In other words, I have, see I got some depots here, right? And what I have done with some of this is I will put a depot that crosses multiple service zones. This is not a good example of that. Don't have one here either. Nope, not here. So if I put another another depot over here, what I could do is I could put one of these depots that overlaps, and I can set it to be like always have 10. And then as wherever I want it to go to, I could set that to max. And then as stuff moves, I could do the depots down to 0 behind it, and that will force a migration over time of all of my materials. I can also just take one of my transports and just do a transport route to and from my place I'm stockpiling to the place where I want to dump. So for example, we see here I have a lot of concrete and metal. I could do that. I could come in here and say, hey, look, I want to create a transport route from here, click that, and drop it over like here somewhere. And click over here. I'm not going to do that. I don't want to do that. But that's one way to manage your depots and get stuff to migrate across. The other thing you can do is you can get a shuttle hub. Just to make sure you have full shuttles in it, or some shuttles. And then if you set the source place you want, or the end place you want like this, and just put it all the way up at 180, it will pull from wherever it has to meet that quota. So it's another way to migrate. The only difference with that is that takes fuel to fly, where these guys and the little rovers don't take any fuel to run. So it's probably more efficient to do it that way. Another question that we had, you already done? Wow, dude, nice. All right, go.
Sector scanned. Milestone achieved.
Sweet. Scanned all sectors. By Sol 80. What do I have to? I have 100 colonists already. My eval is about to come up. I wonder some more colonists. Let's take a look at my research, how that's coming along. Do I have some space to outsource? I do have a little bit of space to outsource. Let's do that. Just update the research there. Physics is coming. Great. Deep scanning. Perfect timing. Perfect timing. All right. The other thing I wanted to talk about was research. I had a question in regards to, are there any useless research? Short answer is no. Long answer, the long answer is probably more effective. Depending on your playthrough, there are some that are more effective than others. For example, most of the time when you're starting off, you're going to try to start off without any people. And so in the beginning, getting something like the fungal farm isn't all that important because you're not feeding anybody. So that's not very, very valuable to you. But once you start landing people down, especially in the earlier game, the fungal farm actually can produce a decent amount of foods, but it sends people outside. There's a plus or a minus to this. This is a short-term beneficial or situational research. In the very beginning, I don't think it's worthwhile. And in the end game, it's also not worthwhile. It's much more effective to have farms going, because farms don't take any maintenance for one. You can also get a lot of automation on farms that help. Apartments are another thing. Early game, not worthwhile. I mean, these are the very first things you could research, but you don't need apartments right off the bat. In fact, I tend not to like apartments. And the reason for that, and I don't think I have any apartments out here. Let's see. Did I put any apartments in here? I did. Good. All right. So here's an example. I have a house. This house takes 14 people. It's consuming 1 point of power for 14 people. And it has 1 point of concrete to maintain it. Here's my apartment. My apartment takes 24, so a little bit less than double. But it takes 12 points of power. I mean, that's stupid ridiculous.
Complete. Select a sector to scan.
And then, of course, it takes 3 concrete. Concrete I'm not so worried about. So when you're looking at the two, for me, if I can use houses, absolutely. The only reason I'm going to use apartments is if I need to stuff a lot of people in here. And I've made this little triangle my retirement community, and I've done that by playing around with the age groups. So if I open up the age groups, you can see I've said no children, no youths, but do bring in the seniors. And then over here, I have set on its filtering on the age groups, I don't want seniors. So that makes all the seniors migrate over to this dome here. But that being said, let's go back to the research. I always find that breakthroughs, pretty much regardless, are game changing. So always get them. I mean, no power requirements, no maintenance on a hub means that I can stick hubs anywhere on the map, and I don't have to link them up with wires or anything like that. And when you put wires across the map, you have to maintain them because they'll leak. Gene selection is not bad. Again, get a rare trait. You get the super fungus. Again, we just saw the impact of that. Here's the amplification upgrades grant a bigger boost. So all of these things are huge leaps of advantage, unlike things like the apartments, which is a little bit of a give and take. So in the beginning, the first thing I would like to do is I like to get drones and rovers, because I think that's always a must-have. I think the adaptive probes, not really worth it for me, because I don't do a lot of probing. But any productivity bonus is worthwhile in the mid-game to end-game. So those of this first set, the very first thing I'll probably go is low-G drives. The second thing I'm looking for is something like decommissioning protocol. That's really good for clearing. So as I build stuff and I want to clear it out later, I want to get decommissioning protocol. It's very critical. Optimization is also very good, so that when I'm moving my transports back and forth, it goes faster, carries more. Low-G turbines, it really depends if you're going to go for this type of power. I tend to avoid it only because it takes machine parts to maintain. And machine parts I have to import. So I prefer to build off the stuff that I can get from natural resources. So if it takes concrete, metal to upgrade or to maintain, those are the things I'm going to focus on, which is really the solar panels. And then, of course, this is nice to have. But again, I'm looking for anything that gives me a boost. Here's another one with autonomous sensors. Anything that gives me a boost to my the gathering of resources. Reduces the amount of maintenance that I have to do, or improves the general overall gameplay, like down here. These are all critical to me very early game. I will tend to avoid the people stuff a lot, very first thing. Then early game, I'm going to go for my medium dome, small dome. You've seen the setup for that I found that works pretty well. And then I want to start to improve the people. And again, focusing on the improvement of my tech up to the point where I can get to like a mega dome. But most of the stuff is just increasing of the tech. So I don't find many things in here to be worthless. By the end of the game, I'm really not worried about Martian copyrights or patents. These two, where they can get funding, I don't want to redirect my research time to those for the cash, personally. There are some advantages to getting the cash, but I feel like it's a wash. The amount of time I've spent getting the cash is the time that I didn't spend doing the research that I might need for whatever the surprise is coming up in the future. So, once we get into the later game, what I look to do is to optimize my people over my dome. So in the very early games, it's all about optimizing the collection of resources. Mid game is the optimization of my domes. Late game is the optimization of my people. So I will show some of that later on in this gameplay, where I'm going to create a city solely intended for the clearing of psychic or psychological disorders and encouraging perks. So people will cycle through clearing out all their negative traits, getting some positive traits, and then they go out to the other domes. And so I'm going to try to balance out the domes as far as, I got a mining dome. You see a little bit already. I got a retirement dome here. Right there. Got my retirement dome. I've got a mining dome. And then I've got the regular house, the regular just general place. Now I'll create a bigger place where I'm going to have, I'll probably create like a medium breeding dome. The mega dome will be my manufacturing dome. And I'll have like a barrel dome for psychological. So we're going to use a bunch of this stuff. And we'll see that later on in this gameplay. But that's pretty much it for research. Come back and join me. We're going to do another run into this. Right now, I'm just collecting. That's really all I'm doing. So we'll see how this continues to go. It looks like it's about time for me to expand, but I was kind of hoping I'd get to another dome. What do I have? Do I have medium domes now? Let's take a look. I do have medium domes. I don't have the large domes.
This is Mars official radio.
Small dome configuration. No, I want the medium dome configuration of barrel, but we'll keep going. Come back and join me. Take care.
Sector
Bye-bye.
scanned. Select a sector to scan.
creeping through the shadows in the corners of your mind. I go where the wind blows, I run but I don't hide. I hear the call of the wild, whispering the name. No, I can't be tamed. My heart belongs to the night. I'm alone, I'm alone, I'm a lone wolf. 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 I'm a lone wolf.